Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the culinary wonders of Japan with 50 Japanese foods to try while you are in Japan. From savory street snacks to exquisite traditional dishes, we got you covered. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more delicious content. Let's get started on this mouthwatering journey. 1. Sushi. Sushi is a traditional Japanese food made by combining vinegar rice and seafood, although sometimes other ingredients are also used. There is a type of fermented sushi known as Nori Sushi, but the most typical types of sushi are Nigiri Sushi and Temaki Sushi. There are plenty of other ingredients available for those who do not like raw fish, including boiled prawns and grilled conger eel. You can find sushi all around Japan, but the sushi from restaurants in high-class areas like Ginza or close to fishing ports is especially delicious. If you are looking to eat cheaply, you can visit a Kaiten sushi or conveyor belt sushi restaurant, where you can enjoy sushi for 100 yen a plate. Being the land of sushi, all the available options may be overwhelming. If you're looking for a delicious sushi restaurant in Tokyo, why not consider Ginza Seisho, where you can savor delicious, fresh seafood sushi. Meanwhile, Osaka is home to Amano, which is run by a chef with a stellar history when it comes to working with fish. Don't miss our ultimate sushi guide for important manners and tips you'll need to know eating sushi in Japan. 2. Tempura. Tempura is a Japanese dish made from seafood, fresh vegetables, and other ingredients dipped in a flour and egg batter and fried in oil. While you can enjoy tempura at all sorts of restaurants, if you want to try it at its best, we recommend going to a specialist tempura restaurant where each dish will be brought to your table as soon as it is ready, even if you order a lot. If trying tempura at a specialty restaurant piques your fancy, both Tempura Omo in Tokyo and Tenyu in Kyoto offer scrumptious tempura prepared with fantastically fresh ingredients. 3. Sukiyaki. Sukiyaki is a Japanese dish in which meat and vegetables are stewed in an iron pot. The sauce, known as warashida, is made from soy sauce and sugar. There is a lot of variation in the ingredients and way of eating the dish depending on the region, with some areas mixing beaten egg into the sauce to create a milder flavor. If you are looking to enjoy a lot of great beef, this is the dish for you. 4. Ramen. Ramen is a noodle soup dish which has grown to become incredibly popular and is thought of as a B word for Japanese food. Originally, the soup was made from chicken bones, but in recent years, pork, beef, and seafood also being used in the soup, creating a diverse range of tastes. In addition to the typical salt, soy sauce, and miso flavors, you can even find curry-flavored ramen now. There is also a type of ramen where the noodles and soup are served separately, known as soupmen. If you want to visit a ramen restaurant in Japan, first check out 5 things to keep in mind when trying ramen in Japan. It's a great primer to get you ordering like a pro. As it is a staple in everyday Japanese cuisine, popular and famous shops will usually have lines out the door of people waiting to get a bite of their delicious ramen. Menya Edo is one such shop, attesting to its taste, and has configured a system to make waiting more convenient for its customers. How often can you say you've had a bowl of ramen from one of the most famous establishments in Japan? 5. Curry rice. While curry has its origins in India, the curry we eat in Japan is a unique, localized dish based on the curry brought over to Japan from the UK, made with meat and vegetables, carrots, potatoes, onions, etc., flavored with curry powder, stewed, and served with rice. Sometimes fried foods, such as pork cutlets, are placed on top of the dish. While there are some specialist curry restaurants, you typically won't have any problems with the curry at a regular restaurant or chain restaurant. 6. Tonkatsu. Tonkatsu is a popular Japanese dish based on Western pork cutlets, where a thick slice of pork is dipped in a flour and beaten egg batter, coated in breadcrumbs, and fried in oil. There are both sirloin and filet tonkatsu, with the filet tonkatsu being more expensive. While quite tasty even at a cheap restaurant, we really recommend trying tonkatsu at a specialist restaurant. 7. Soba. This traditional Japanese food is a dish of noodles is made from soba, buckwheat flour eaten with a soy sauce and sugar sauce, and toppings such as egg, tempura, or other ingredients. The noodles you get from a soba noodle shop will be particularly good, but very expensive, so it might be good to try the soba at a standing restaurant. The different dishes and toppings are usually on display at a showcase outside the restaurant, making it easy to decide what to order. Yamori is a soba restaurant run by a chef so knowledgeable about soba that the menu allows customers to taste soba in a wide variety of ways. It is the perfect place to understand the complexity of soba. 8. Udon. Udon are noodles made from kneaded wheat flour and eaten with a sauce made from soy sauce and sugar, similar to soba. You can enjoy udon at the standing soba restaurants, but as the firmness of the noodles, known as kashi, is a key part of the dish, we really recommend eating it at a specialist udon restaurant. In winter, why not try the delicious noodle soup, known as nabiyaki udon? 9. Karaage. Karaage is chicken seasoned with soy sauce, salt, and a number of different spices, sprinkled with starch and fried in oil. It is like the Japanese version of fried chicken, but the flavor is very different. There are a lot of local variations, with, for example, chicken enbin in Miyazaki, where the karaage are covered with tartare sauce, and teppanyaki in Nagoya, where the karaage are covered in a sweet and spicy sauce. We definitely recommend trying these out. 10. Yakitori. Yakitori is a dish in which skewered chicken seasoned with a sweet salt or soy sauce-based sauce and barbecued. You usually find yakitori at Japanese bar/restaurants known as izakaya, but we recommend eating it at a specialist yakitori restaurant, where you can enjoy all sorts of different parts of the chicken at quite a reasonable price, unless you go to a high-class place, where it will cost quite a lot. Another popular Japanese food is skewered pork, or gakiton in Japanese, which is delicious as well. At Tera in Tokyo, guests can enjoy yakitori prepared with free-range chicken and a plethora of steak that perfectly complement the meticulously grilled skewers. 11. Yakiniku. Yakiniku is a dish in which beef dipped in a sauce and grilled directly over a fire. The freshness of the meat is very important to the dish. By lightly grilling the dish, you can enjoy the soft flavor of Japanese beef. The most popular dishes are sirloin, known as rosu in Japanese, and kalbi, Korean-style marinated meat. But at a yakiniku restaurant, you can enjoy all sorts of different types of meat. The price of the meat depends on the quality, so if you want to try really yakiniku, we recommend going once to a high-class yakiniku restaurant. If you want to know more, our ultimate yakiniku guide has you covered. 12. Sashimi. Sashimi is a traditional Japanese food made of raw shellfish cut into small pieces and served with soy sauce. By adding condiments like wasabi or ginger, sashimi becomes even more delicious. You can enjoy sashimi in places other than Japan, but the level of freshness is different. If you are looking for somewhere cheap to enjoy sashimi, why not try a set meal at a restaurant near a fishing port? But if you're willing to spend a little more, you should visit a sushi restaurant or a traditional Japanese restaurant. We guarantee you won't be disappointed. If you stay at a Japanese inn, you will probably find sashimi on the menu there. 13. Romatayaki. Romatayaki is not quite a type of food, but more of a type of restaurant. At the restaurant, fish and vegetables are cooked over the fireplace and handed to customers with a large wooden spoon, known as a horikishibara. The ingredients are cooked directly on the charcoal, giving them a unique flavor. Romatayaki restaurants also have a unique code when ordering. For example, if you ask for a potato, or jagemo in Japanese, the waiter/waitress will call out jagemo ipetsu for the order rather than the regular iko counter. If this sounds like a culinary experience you would like to try, you can check out Robata Show in Tokyo. 14. Shabu shabu. A dish in which meat and vegetables are boiled in water flavored with a stock of kombu and other ingredients. The typical dipping sauce for shabu shabu is either a ponzu or sesame-based sauce. The key to the dish is lightly submerging the meat in the water before eating. You can order both beef and pork, and additional orders are possible, and we definitely want you to try the pork as well. There are also cases where udon noodles are added to the dish at the end of the meal. Unlike some of the other dishes, you can't really find shabu shabu in non-specialized restaurants, although a few sukiyaki restaurants do offer shabu shabu as well. 15. Gyudon. A dish from Sendai where the beef tom. Gyudon is prepared in a special way that softens the meat, and because of this, you can only find it in special beef tom restaurants. In a typical dish, you will usually have rice cooked with barley, mujumshi, and a beef tail stew along with the beef tom. With the mujumshi, you will usually be served tororo or grated yam, along with various pickles such as white cabbage or chili peppers preserved in miso. Different to beef tom in yakiniku restaurants, the beef tom in special gyudon restaurants is quite thick. 16. Kaiseki ryori. Kaiseki ryori is again not a dish itself, but a style of eating most suited to a banquet. The menu for the meal usually consists of ichijuzunsai, a soup, sashimi, a grilled dish, and a cooked dish. In addition to an appetizer, otushi, fried dishes, agemono, steamed dishes, mushumono, a type of Japanese salad, amono, and pickled dishes including others. To close the meal, rice, miso soup, pickles, kanmono, and fruit, misogashi are served. Naturally, This sort of meal is only available at special Kaiseki restaurants, and a reservation is usually required. On top of this, the price can be very high, which makes it difficult to recommend. On the other hand, you won't be able to find this outside of Japan, so if your wallet or purse permits, why not visit a Kaiseki restaurant during your stay in Japan? Both Fukugaya in Tokyo and Ken and Hyrope in Kyoto are Michelin-starred Kaiseki restaurants, ensuring high-quality, delicious dishes made with fresh seasonal ingredients. 17. Udon, a Japanese dish in which a bowl of rice is topped with beef. Udon, or beef bowl, has already become a popular dish around the world, but the udon you have in Japan may be slightly different to what you find elsewhere. For a start, the quality of the rice is different. While in Japanese udon restaurants, the rice they are using is probably not that expensive, but the beef really goes well with Japanese rice. We also recommend pouring beaten egg on top of the beef. 18. Chankeunim, a Japanese food where highly nutritious meat and vegetables are boiled in a large pot. Chankeunim is famous as a dish used by sumo wrestlers to build up their bodies. If you want to try chankeunim, we recommend a restaurant run by a former sumo wrestler. The long-standing Chanko Kawasaki is one such restaurant. Here, you can enjoy authentic chankeunim in an establishment located in a Tokyo neighborhood commonly associated with sumo wrestling. 19. Matsune, a famous Japanese dish from Fukuoka in which beef and pork offal meat is cooked in a pot with various vegetables such as cabbage and Chinese leek, known as naira in Japanese. You can add more ingredients as you cook it, meaning you can eat as much as you want. After finishing the main dish, it is common to add Chinese-style noodles, champion noodles to the soup or rice to make a rice gruel from the soup. You can find Matsune restaurants in Tokyo, but as you can imagine, the flavor is different from the original Fukuoka version. 20. Onigiri. An onigiri is a boiled rice ball lightly salted and often filled with ingredients such as yumumabashi, dried plum, salmon or cod roe, all wrapped in a sheet of nori, dried seaweed. To start, we recommend trying the tuna mayonnaise-flavored inget. The 21.re are specialist onigiri stores, but you can find them at convenience stores as well, so that you can enjoy them whenever and wherever you go. They are surprisingly popular with foreign people. Onigiri Asakusa Yadaraku is one of the oldest onigiri specialty shops in Tokyo where onigiri are made fresh for the customers. It is a great place to stop by when exploring the popular neighborhood of Asakusa. 21. Onigiri no kabayaki. Onigiri no kabayaki is ito, naji in Japanese, coated in a sauce and broiled over charcoal. In certain regions, it is steamed rather than broiled. There is a type of kabayaki which is not dipped in sauce before broiling, known as shirayaki, but generally, the eel is dipped in a soy sauce and sugar-based sweet sauce before broiling. You can enjoy the unagi straight, but most of the time, it is eaten on a bed of rice. In Nagoya, there is a unique way of eating unagi, known as hitsumobushi, where tea is poured over the rice and eaten. Ishibashi in Tokyo and Okonomiyaki in Kyoto are unagi restaurants that specialize in the Kanto, Eastern Japan, and Kansai, Western Japan styles, respectively. Unagi is particularly popular during the hot summer months, so it is worth stopping by when visiting Japan in the summer. 22. Kani crab. Kani crab in English is eating all over the world, but the crab in Japan is special. The hair crab, kegani in Japanese, with its fine meat and deep flavor, is exquisite. The Japanese especially enjoy a part called kanamaso, the deep green paste found in the intestinal area, which has a slightly bitter taste, but one that you grow used to. If you are looking to have your fill of crab, we recommend the red king crab, terabageni in Japanese, which you can find in Hokkaido and specialist restaurants. 23. Yakizakana. A traditional Japanese dish of fish grilled directly on a flame, giving the skin a crisp texture. The typical fish eaten are horse mackerel, aji, sori, sama, mackerel, saba, and salmon, shake. You can enjoy yakizakana wherever you are in Japan, and if you stay in a ryokan or Japanese inn, it will be served at breakfast. There are some cases where the fish is covered in miso before grilling as well. 24. Nizakana. Nizakana is fish boiled in a soy sauce and super-based sauce, which has an entirely different flavor to grilled fish. The typical fishes used include mackerel, saba, ready flounder, karaage, and splendid alfonsino, kimide. Biridaken. A dish where the fish is boiled with daikon is another popular dish. You can enjoy nizakana at all sorts of restaurants, including set meal restaurants and Japanese-style bar/restaurants known as izakaya. 25. Western-style fried dishes. In addition to tonkatsu, there are a number of fried dishes that are made in a similar way to tempura. These include karaage, croquettes, menchikatsu, a deep-fried cake of mince. The name comes from minced and cutlet. Ebi fried, prawn fry, catty cream karaage, croquettes with crab added, and kaki fried, oyster fried. You can enjoy these delicious dishes at Western-style restaurants. The way the dish is served depends on the restaurant. 26. Jingisuken, a local dish from Hokkaido in Iwate Prefecture. A dish where mutton and vegetables are cooked in a special pot in which the central part is raised. The meat is cooked on the central part of the pot, allowing the juices from the meat flow down and soak into the vegetables at the sides of the pot. Mutton has a very distinct smell, so for those who might not enjoy it, we recommend trying lamb instead. 27. Kansai-style kushikatsu, a Kansai region dish where meat and vegetables are put on skewers and fried in batter in a similar way to tonkatsu. There are many different types of kushikatsu, so you can enjoy all sorts of flavors. The kushikatsu should be dipped in a sauce called Worcester sauce, but please remember that the sauce is shared with other customers, so you should only dip it in once. Also, please note that at non-specialist kushikatsu restaurants in the Kanto region, kushikatsu are pork and onion deep-fried skewers. 28. Oden. Although there is a great deal of variation between regions in Japan, the typical oden is a dish in which daikon, meat and fish paste balls, boiled eggs, and other ingredients are boiled in a stock made from dried bonito or kombu mixed with soy sauce. You can enjoy oden at special oden restaurants, but you can also find oden in convenience stores, so why not try some? Kanakara in Tokyo and Manu in Osaka are oden specialty restaurants where you can try this hearty, warming dish. Especially wonderful when it's chillier outside, nothing beats a good bowl of oden during the winter. 29. Okonomiyaki, a dish in which vegetables, meat, seafood, and other ingredients are added to a mixture of wheat flour and egg and cooked on a hot plate. Depending on the region, there are times where the ingredients are layered onto the mix rather than being mixed in. In most areas of Japan, the chefs at the restaurant will cook the okonomiyaki for you, but in the Kanto region, there are many restaurants where you make it yourself. If you don't feel confident in doing it yourself, don't worry. The staff of the restaurant will be happy to make it for you. A special sauce is the usual flavoring, and adding mayonnaise to the dish makes it even better. You can also find okonomiyaki stalls at festivals and events. If you're in Osaka, one of okonomiyaki hotspots, don't miss it. Here's our pick of 15 popular okonomiyaki spots to try in Osaka. The two main styles of okonomiyaki are Hiroshima style and Osaka style, the former of which you can try at Hiroki Shomoki Tazawa in Tokyo, and the latter at Chibandoki in Osaka. Both are delicious, so why not try both and decide which one you enjoy more? 30. Buta no shogayaki, a similar dish to pork ginger. In Japanese, pork is buta and ginger is shoga. However, the pork is thinly sliced and the soy sauce and steak. Japanese rice wine used in the dish give it a slightly different flavor. A typical dish found on the menu of most set menu restaurants. You can find this dish wherever you go. 31. Katsudon, a dish in which tonkatsu and onions are boiled in a soy sauce-based sauce covered with beaten egg. Freshly fried tonkatsu is delicious, but katsudon is a whole new taste. You can find katsudon not only in special tonkatsu restaurants, but in set menu restaurants and soba restaurants as well. But to enjoy the best katsudon, we recommend going to a tonkatsu restaurant. 32. Fugu. Fugu, or puffer fish in English, is a poisonous fish that can only legally be prepared at licensed restaurants. It is a quite expensive dish, but at a fugu restaurant, you can enjoy a variety of fugu dishes such as fugu hot pot, fugu karaage, and fugu sashimi. Don't miss our guide to 9 good fugu restaurants in Tokyo too. Fugu is considered a delicacy, so why not add it to your Japan culinary bucket list? Yamadaya, Tokyo, and Fugu Yoritomo in Kyoto both take great pride in their fugu dishes, so they are perfect for anyone interested in trying this unique dish. 33. Gyoza. Gyoza are our traditional Chinese dumplings. In China, sugyoza or boiled gyoza are mainstream, but in Japan, it is yaki gyoza or pan-fried gyoza. Another difference is the use of garlic in the gyoza. Gyoza are typically dipped in a sauce made of soy sauce, Chinese chili oil, vinegar, and other ingredients you can make to your taste. While there are a lot of gyoza restaurants, they are really expensive, so you can relax and enjoy your gyoza. Gyoza can be found all over the place in Japan, but gyoza specialist shops such as Warashi Gyoza offer gyoza prepared in a variety of creative ways, emphasizing the dish's versatility and deliciousness. 34. Nikujiga. One example of traditional Japanese home cooking where potatoes and meat are boiled in a soy sauce and sugar-based sauce. Carrots and shirataki, noodles made from konjaku, are also sometimes added to the dish. It is a typical dish you can find in Japanese bars/restaurants called izakaya, as well as at many restaurants. 35. Takoyaki. A mixture of wheat flour, water, and stock are poured into a special hot plate with small half-circle molds in it. Cut squid and cabbage, dried shrimp, and crunchy deep-fried batter are then sprinkled into the mix, which is then fried. Partway through the cooking, the half-circle dumplings are turned over and become full spherical dumplings in the end. Takoyaki have a similar flavor to okonomiyaki and are sprinkled with sauce and eaten. You can find takoyaki stands all over Japan, but we recommend visiting a takoyaki restaurant where you can enjoy various different types of flavoring. A plate of takoyaki will cost about 500 yen. 36. Yakisoba. A dish of fried noodles, pork, cabbage, bean sprouts, and other ingredients, topped off with Worcester sauce. Sauce yakisoba is usually garnished with benishoveda or red pickled ginger and sprinkled with green dried seaweed. You can find sauce yakisoba at stalls or at okonomiyaki restaurants, as well as convenience stores. 37. Omelettes. A dish where rice, chicken, and onions are fried together and flavored with ketchup, and then covered with a thin rolled omelette. This is then topped off with ketchup, and depending on the restaurant, demi-glace sauce. It is a popular dish with children, but adults love it, too. You can find it at Western-style restaurants and set menu restaurants. 38. Neapolitan liners, onions, and green peppers fried with boiled pasta and flavored with a ketchup sauce. Like a Japanese version of tomato sauce pasta, but with a totally different taste. There are many Italian people who wince at the thought of it, but grow to love it once they try it. You can find Neapolitan pasta at Western-style restaurants and cakes. 39. Kamashi. Kamashi is a dish where individual portions of rice are cooked in an iron pot called a kama with soy sauce, mirin, sweet savour seasoning, and other ingredients. Before cooking the rice, chicken, seafood, vegetables, and other ingredients are also added, along with stem and roe. After cooking, the dish isn't eaten from the kama, but served in rice bowls. The burnt rice around the kama, known as koji, is delicious. There are special kamashi restaurants where you can enjoy this dish. 40. Tamagoyaki. Tamagoyaki is a type of rolled omelette. While simple to make, it is a very flavorful dish. In some cases, soy sauce or stock, known as dashi in Japanese, are added to the tamagoyaki. The tamagoyaki with dashi added are known as dashimaki tamago, and while the appearance is similar to regular tamagoyaki, but the flavor is quite different. You can find tamagoyaki in convenience stores, but they don't compare to the real thing. There are specialist tamagoyaki stores where you can take out, so why not give it a try? 41. Potato salad. The Japanese version of potato salad. The dish uses Japanese mayonnaise, which has a slightly different taste to European mayonnaise, giving the potato salad a different taste to what you find overseas. Quartered cucumber, carrots, and onions are also often added to the dish. You can find potato salad in convenience stores, but we recommend trying it at a restaurant or at izakaya, where the homemade taste is fantastic. 42. Miso shiru, miso soup. Miso shiru, miso soup in English, is the standard Japanese soup, made by mixing miso into a stock called dash, made from bonito flakes, kombu, and other ingredients. Typically, miso soup is made with tofu, wakame, and daikon. If you order a set menu dish, it will usually come with miso soup, and you can usually enjoy it wherever you go. If you like it, you can find instant miso soup, which makes a great present for your friends and family back at home. By the way, there is a dish called budajiru, which is made in almost exactly the same way as miso shiru, but uses pork, budaniki in Japanese, daikon, carrots, and taro, satoimo in Japanese, instead. 43. Tofu. Tofu has become well known overseas, but while you are in Japan, we recommend trying the real thing. A very simple dish using tofu's hiyayako, where bonito flakes and ginger are put on top of the tofu and soy sauce is poured over it. You can find this at izakaya and other restaurants. We also recommend the dengaku, which is skewered tofu grilled over a fire and covered with miso. There are tofu specialist shops such as Tokyo Shiba Tufaya Yukai that really highlight the wonders of tofu, serving dishes featuring the star ingredient. Even if you were not a fan of tofu before, you will become one after dining here. 44. Shawamushi. A dish in which various ingredients such as chicken, white fish, shrimps, steamed fish paste, kamaboko, and ginkgo nuts Kinin are added to a mix of egg and dashi stock in a cup, chan, and steamed. Steaming is called mushi in Japanese, which is where the name comes from. You can enjoy chawanmushi at traditional Japanese restaurants. It has a similar look and texture to custard pudding, but a very unique flavor. 45. Tsukemono. Tsukemono are Japanese picked. Tsukemono are usually vegetables which have been picked in salt, vinegar, or steak leaves. You will usually be served tsukemono at traditional Japanese restaurants, but the tsukemono from a specialist pickle shop are a delicacy. There are many different types of tsukemono, and we recommend visiting an all-you-can-eat tsukemono shop where you can try them all. 46. Tamago cake gohan, a rice dish onto which raw egg is mixed with soy sauce and poured over the hot rice. Recently, it has been nicknamed Hikechigi and has become so popular that you can find tamago cake gohan restaurants. While regular eggs make quite tasty tamago cake gohan, high-quality eggs and special soy sauce will leave you longing for more after you return back home. 47. Edamame, made from young soybeans that have been boiled and lightly salted. A great snack to go with beer. You will find many Japanese people ordering edamame with their drinks at bars. A very simple flavor, but one that will leave you wanting more. 48. Ochazuke, a dish in which tea is poured over rice. It is often eaten at the end of a meal. A very light and refreshing taste. You can eat it even if you are full. Toppings, such as dried seaweed, cod roe, and salmon, are often sprinkled on top. You can enjoy a kazuke at izakaya and other restaurants, but instant kazuke is also very good. 49. Omebo, a Japanese snack that is very popular overseas. Who dislike umebo? There are a wide range of flavors, including salami, takoyaki, and cheese. Check out our full article about this iconic Japanese snack. 50. Kashipin, a type of sweet bun you can find if you visit a convenience store or bakery in various flavors, with some kashipin with ingredients inside, such as ampin, bread with sweet bean paste in the middle, and curry pan, bread with curry sauce in the middle, and some flavored, such as melon pan, melon-flavored bread. They usually cost about 100 yen, so we definitely recommend trying some while you are in Japan.